Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning into another video. I just wanted to give a brief synopsis on just letting go of the things that you can't or cannot control. Um, so when it comes to something like this, right? Like letting go of the things that's outside of our control or beyond our control, um, is really like a key thing of just, or a key way of like just trying to maintain good mental well-being. You know, like when we constantly try to like micromanage every aspect of like what we're doing, you know, we can become overwhelmed, of course, frustrated, angry, upset, anxious, and it's essential to really just realize, what we can and cannot control. And really to just try to focus our energy on the things that really matter, you know. I think that one of the biggest hurdles that people face, like when trying to control their circumstances, really is just the immense amount of stress that can come along with that. And we try to control, every little detail, from our um, let's see, like that's like our work schedules to our personal relationships, and that can be exhausting. you know this need for control can also lead to anxiety, as we're constantly worried about what could go wrong, what may go wrong, and things of that nature, right? And then frustration sets in, when things just don't go as planned, and then we're left feeling defeated, helpless, and we may even start to feel like we're not good enough, or that we're not doing enough. So that type of negative self-talk, you know, that can be damaging to, you know, your self-esteem and just overall mental health, right? So I think another one that's really important as far as like a challenge or a hurdle is the fear of an uncertainty, right? Like when we can't control every aspect of our lives, like we're left with that sense of unknown. That could be terrifying. Like we may feel like we're giving up control when we let go of things that's beyond our power to change. But the truth of the matter is that we're not giving up control. We're taking back control of our own thoughts and our reactions, emotions, things of that nature, right? Even with this, like we're focusing on the things that truly matter rather than getting um, bogged down in things that are beyond our control. you know and then it's like, how do we recognize like what is within our control and what isn't? I mean, um it could just be simple as like asking ourselves, like, is this something that can realistically change or control? If we can't, then maybe it's time to let go and just focus on the things that we can control. Self-awareness, I think, is um another way, as far as like practicing, and mindfulness too. Like we're more mindful of like our own thoughts, reactions, and stuff like that. I think that we're better able to recognize when we're trying to control the things that's beyond our power to change. Um so basically, like when it comes to something like this, as far as like takeaways, from letting go of the things you can't control, well, what would be the most important is just recognizing what's within our control and what's not. And then from there, we can really start to key in on like learning, personal growth, development, stuff like that. And then we can start to just let go of the need for control and instead just focus on the things that truly matter, or bring us fulfillment, happiness, joy, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give a brief synopsis on this, like a little breakdown of like just letting go of the things you can control, that you can't control, rather. Um, it's just, it's definitely not an overnight thing as far as it, being resolved quickly, but, it takes time, one day at a time, you know, and just keep chipping away at it. Excuse me, chipping away at it, and see what happens. So my encouragement to people, in regards to this, is simply just when it comes to the things that you can't control, right? I would just suggest people just to stop becoming upset if you can't control it, because you're only really frustrating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anything, just allow the Lord to lead you, beside those still waters. It's really in that place that, we're going to hear from Him, speak. So, not our emotions, not our situation, but His voice is just something to, keep in mind. Think about Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. You know, so sometimes you may just need to, like if you're driving, sometimes you just may need to, um, pull over, just pause and think and just acknowledge Him, acknowledge the Lord. Sometimes you may just need to go for a walk or a hike or whatever, a bike ride, something like that. Just be out in nature, just breathe, and just acknowledge that your situation is in His hands. You prayed about it and you left it in His hands. Just don't worry about it anymore. He got you. you know and sometimes you might have to, deny those incoming thoughts of negativity by just acknowledging the Lord and, praying out loud, and declaring His word over your war. You know what I mean? And when you pray out loud, and this is the thing too that I feel like some people may think that, if they pray out loud and people are going to be looking and stuff like that, who cares who's around you? It's like that's really your moment with you and the Lord. So who cares who's around you? I mean, you see these people who are out here doing things and that they shouldn't be doing, and they don't care who's around them. They still do it anyway. So it's like if people happen to be around when you're praying and thanking the Lord for everything, that He's done for you, who cares about what they think or whatever? Just keep doing you. So but yeah, just get away from the noise, of your soul, and just tune into the sound of your spirit, because the Lord has one word that really will shift everything. And it's not one literal word, it's like a word, like a message, right? And so I mentioned it earlier, in, I think it was Psalms 46:10. Um, be still, but peace be still. So that's the message, that's the word, peace be still. So, but I do like to thank you guys for tuning in to another video. It's been a while since I've done a video, maybe like, I don't know, well, not really a while, but I'd say it was about probably about a week. But prior to that, it's been like more than that, maybe like close to a month or two. But just slowly getting back into everything. And I do appreciate you guys for listening in, tuning in, giving feedback, showing love, sharing all that stuff. It means a great deal, especially when you don't have to. It means everything to me, at least. So, but again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit the like button if you haven't when you came in, or at least throughout the duration of the video. I definitely would appreciate it if you did on your way out. And as always, continue to stay safe, um, continue to monitor your health, and continue to be blessed and encouraged. All right, y'all take care and have a good one.